I teach a Sunday school class, and I was having to teach the 10 Commandments to 15-year-olds. Help me. And this Sunday I was teaching the 10 Commandments to the kids, and as I'm doing my homework for the class, I thought to myself, you know, really, the Bible could be about 20 pages because it's the same story over and over and over again, you know, and it would make it so much easier to remember. I mean, if it was only 20 pages, I could memorize the whole thing. Because here's the story, the whole story of the Bible. People are in slavery, and they cry out to God for help, and then God rescues them. And then people are like, oh, thank you. And then they're like 5 minutes later, they're like, I got to go get a hamburger and maybe wear some nice clothes and get a big car. And they get greedy and they forget. And then God's like, what just happened here? I thought we were buddies. And you're like, yeah, whatever. We don't need you, Jack. And then they get destroyed. And then they become slaves again. And they're like, ooh, that's the story over and over again. Oh, I forgot the one part. They cry out for help. At each time, somewhere in that story, in the midst of the struggle, when the people have lost their way, right before somebody goes and destroys them, there's always somebody that comes along and says, hey, you know what? Maybe, you know what I'm thinking? Maybe we should think about, oh, I don't know, the 10 Commandments. Same story over and over. I'm reading this great book, believe it or not, about dinner table topics. And one of the chapters is about the 10 Commandments. And as I'm reading this, I'm thinking, you know, this is why the left so desperately wants them out of the public square, because they're pretty bright. May I just take a quick look at some of the 10 Commandments? Okay, show me the first commandment. What is it? Don't have any other gods. Okay, so what is that really? Don't have any other gods. If you're looking at what God is trying to really say, he's saying, hey, would you do me a favor? Could you commit to me? Just commit to something. Second commandment. Hey, and I've got this one down. I have, my whole life, I've never made a graven image. Not once. I am great. Okay, so what is he saying on this one? What is he saying? He's saying, you know what I really dig? I really dig authenticity. I love that. Something genuine, like, I don't know, God. Authentic, genuine. The next one. What is that? Respect. That's respect. Can we just have a little bit of respect? Next one. Hey, what do you say we don't work on Sunday? God values rest. Okay. Next one. Parents. It's about parents. Next one. Ooh, this one's tough. Because what is God's value? He values life. Next one, adultery. Yeah, adultery. Purity. This is my favorite. Thou shalt not steal. Hey, Marxist, tell me something. How is it that you can't steal things if nobody owns anything? If everything just belongs to all of us, there's no stealing now, is there? No. What's that tell you? God loves private property. Oh boy, that stinks, doesn't it? Next one. Next one is don't bear false witness. Truth. And don't covet your neighbor. Oh. He loves the individual. Individuality. Stop worrying about what they've got. You got everything you need. Look at what you've got. Now, let me ask you something. How far are we off track? Remember I said it's not that tough. It's really not that tough to tell where we are and how to fix it. Why? Because the answer is right here. Right here. You want to know how far we are off track? Do we honor as a society commitment? When we shake somebody's hand and look them in the eye, is our word our bond? Do we commit? Let me ask you this, do we commit to God? How many of us are really willing to say, you know what, I don't care, shoot me in the head, take all my possessions, whatever. I'm not going to change. I won't compromise because I'm committed. How many? How many? I can't even read my own right. Authenticity. Tell me the things that are genuine, that are real, that are lasting. We're all hungry for it. It's all image. Respect. Respect of God. Blasphemy is crazy. Respect of ourself. Rest. How many of us actually take one day and don't work? Have you seen television lately? Do you remember? Do you remember with Mrs. Beasley and Sebastian Cabot on, what was that, Family Affair, and My Three Sons, and Leave It to Beaver? Try to find those shows today. I can tell you that I don't think we value life. We certainly don't value purity. We've got a president who's saying private property, what? That's crazy talk. Do we value the truth and individuality? Of course not. We all have to be the same. We all have to have the same. That's how bad it is. And the way to fix it is just to honor these things, to find value in all of these things. You're not going to find any of these things at Occupy Wall Street rallies. No. It is exactly the wrong track. I don't care what you call them. 10 Commandments, 10 safety tips, 10 words Glenn put up on the chalkboard. I don't really care. Really don't care. I don't care if you think it came from God or... Remember that lava rock on Star Trek where he's like, Kirk, I brought you here to pit good against evil. Remember that lava rock? Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool rock. I don't care if you think it came from the lava rock. Follow those things. Fix the values in our own life. We have to concentrate on these things as a people. As I said, it ain't that tough. It may be tough to get the whole world to do it, but as individuals, we can certainly do it. Because I think I've read this story before. What do you say? We make the changes now before the ending is a repeat.